Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home. We're going to use most of the same equipment a little bit differently. It's fun to mix it up. Maybe use a little bit heavier, a little bit lighter dumbbells, use the ball, use some bands, and that's about all we're going to use for today. So we're going to start off with a ball. If you don't have a ball, you can do this on the edge of a bench or standing, kind of squatting like this with your back nice and tall, back nice and flat. But we are going to use the ball to do some rows today. So remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to go. Here's Baloo. He wanted to come say hello. He's going to lift some weights. And get your muscles warmed up, get your heart rate up a little bit, and be ready to do some exercise. Okay, so we're going to do some rows with my dog in my face right here. Yes, hi. I see you. Oof. Okay, so my arms are going to be straight here. My hips and my tummy are on the ball, and I'm going to have to hold a bit, not really a back extension, but a good neutral position. I'm not going to be able to lean over the ball like this. I'm going to have to come up to neutral. So you're going to be engaging a lot of your erector spinae and working that back in a multitude of ways. All right, so lie down, good boy. So we're going to pull up into that neutral spine and lift those weights up to the side. 1, 2, squeezing those shoulder blades. 3, breathing. 4, 5, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. 6, 7, driving your elbows towards the ceiling. 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. So that's working a lot of back muscles at once. If that is too hard on your back, like I said, it's better. You could do it kneeling, one knee on a bench. You could do a little bit of a squat and keep your back straight. Different ways that you can accomplish the same similar exercise. Okay, now we're going to do some lunging. So I'm going to move my weights out of my way and stand up nice and slowly. So I would like you to do this next to maybe a kitchen counter or something where you can step forward and back. We're going to do a forward and back lunge. So somewhere where you've got something to balance with. Now you can add a weight to this if you would like. You don't have to. If this is lunging is difficult for you, I'd rather you focus on the form first and add weight later. So we're going to go forward and back with the same foot 5 times. So I want you to reach out, really take a nice big step and then drop straight down. Now my knee is going to stay over my ankle. I don't want to go forward. I want you to go straight down. 1 and then straight back. So big step, 1. Same thing. I want 90 degrees. You don't have to go very deep. You could take a big step and just do a little lunge. 3. Now the goal would be to not touch down in between here. 4, which is why you may need something for balance. 1 more each way. 5, come here. 5 and 5. Hi, you're being very needy today. Here you go. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. There's your bone. So stationary with this side, reset if you need to. Remember, keep your shoulders down, keep your tummy tight, as in almost every exercise that we do. Forward and back. So this takes, a good lunge each way. Kind of takes a little bit of room. I'm going to hang on because I've got lots of distractions here. 3. Remember, small range of motion if you need to. 4, 5, and 5. All right, good. So it ends up being 10 each way. So next we're going to do a goal post for your shoulders. So I have a band set up over here that's about hip height or so. You are welcome to do this standing. If you do it, I want you to stagger your feet. I'm going to kneel today. So down on one knee, tummy tight, shoulders down. I want you to rest your arms like this like you are resting your arms on a tabletop. So shoulders down, shoulder blades in your back pocket. All you're going to do is this motion, like you're going to do a goalpost with both arms. So you're just rotating at the shoulder there, okay? So your elbows stay in 90 degrees. We're going to open up, 1, 2. Now really keep those shoulders down, 3. Really think about pulling those shoulder blades into your back pocket each time. Tighten that tummy. This will help you. This is a challenging one, so you may need to use a really light band. Breathe. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. The biggest thing there is keeping your shoulders down as you go back into this. So practice that motion before you add any resistance. And like I said, you may need to start with a pretty light resistance for that one. Okay, now we're going to drop down to the ground and do some penguin abs. On your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And reaching your hands right here beside your hips, you're going to lift up your shoulder blades and reach opposite to each heel. Now, if you don't reach your heels, that's okay. You're reaching towards them. So take a nice deep breath before you start. Think about flattening that back to the floor. 1, 2. Think about looking up at the ceiling like you are having a rope pull your chest toward the ceiling. Breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. All right. Stretch out. Afterwards, stretch out those abs, stretch out those shoulders and arms. And then we're going to stand back up, so do it nice and slowly. Get over onto your hands and knees. Actually, we're going to put a strap on your feet. So while you're down, you can put that on. If you have a loop band, put it around your ankles here. Do some hip work. If you have trouble getting off the floor like this, sit down on a chair and do this instead of getting up off the floor with this on your ankles. Okay, we're going to do some forward back walking, like monster walks with this on your ankles. Oops, I got to raise that up a little higher. My cameraman isn't quite doing his job today. Okay, so we're going to walk forward and backwards. So we're going to go forward 10, back 10. Now what I want you to do is keep those toes straight forward. I don't want them to turn out to the side at all. So check yourself first, and then I want you to look forward. I want to have good posture here. We're going to go forward. So we're kind of keeping that tension both ways. I'm just going to walk back and forth in the same little area here so you can see what I'm doing. That tension is staying. I don't want, you can kind of bring it in towards and then pull it back out if you need to. In towards your other foot, pull it back out. So we're really working those hip stabilizers, those glutes, particularly when you go backwards. So do 10 forward. I'm going to do about 3 more because I've gone back and forth a few times. And then also, you are in an athletic position here. My hips are engaged, my knees are engaged, my tummy is engaged. I'm in an athletic position. I don't want you walking like Frankenstein trying to do this. It's going to be a lot easier if you're in that athletic position. You know, not in a squat, but your knees and your hips are bent, they're engaged, and you're keeping everything strong and, you know, assisting the rest of your movement. All right, so try to do 10 forward and 10 back with that one. If 10 is too much, do 5. It's fine. You can start slow and build. And for the last one, raise this up just a little bit more. We're going to do a balance challenge. And I want you to do, we're going to do airplane into starfish. Now, ideally, I would like you to do this without hanging on. Do it with maybe your kitchen counter right here or your desk or your, you know, something sturdy. I want you to tilt forward. You're just tilting at the hips here. So notice that my back is flat. I'm not rounding. No putting pressure into that low back. So we're going to tilt forward. If this is all you have, that's fine. We'll tilt forward and out to the side. So I want you to take your body off center, off to the side. We're gonna do, let's say 5 on each side. If your leg goes up this far, that's great, but then your body is in line with this leg. Same this way. Notice that this is all one straight line here. I don't want you doing a leg lift and then trying to tilt. I want to keep everything in line. You're really making this stabilizing hip work hard. And try not to step down if you can. We're going to do 2 more. 4. Baloo got bored with me. 1 more. 5. And 5. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So stretch. You need to shake that out if you need to. You are working your core here, you're working balance, you're working your feet. In your shoes, you could try this without your shoes too, but think about spreading those toes and really using all of your foot to balance. Okay, ready? We're gonna go back. Airplane. I gotta bend my knee here just because I've got my equipment behind me. Airplane. Into starfish. Keeping this leg in line throughout. Breathing. You want to keep your head in line with the rest of your spine here. Whoops. Don't be looking down at your foot. Down. 3. Nice and slowly through these. We're making this hip work hard here. And then also make sure that this hip is nice and strong and it's not kind of jutting out to the side like that. If that is happening, stop, reset, and then restart again. We're gonna do 1 more here, leaning forward, tipping at the hips, keeping those abs really strong here. Last one. Neck in line with the rest of your spine. And rest. Okay, good. You should really kind of be feeling that, especially after those monster walks before that. So remember, do these through 1 to 2 more times. You can add some cardio in between, really rev up your engine, get your heart rate going, burn more and more calories, and then follow with a good cool down and stretch at the end. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or if you need any modifications, and we'll see you next time. Have a great workout, everybody.